Jamie Kennedy. Subscribe to my man, Destination Station right now if you want the best content.
You know, they say there's two sides to every story. His and hers, but really there's three sides. His, hers, and the truth.
You like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Welcome to prime time, bitch!
What's up? Welcome to Destination Station. As always, I'm Destin. Thank you for clicking on this video. Subscribe to Destination Station if you want Scream, Halloween, and everything in between. And follow me on all my socials. All the links are down in the description below. And be a part of the Woodsboro Cinema Club, where we do watch parties every week. And be a part of Scream Talk, Friday night, 8 p.m. Central. All that is here. Learn more. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber yet. And be a horror hooligan yourself. Anyways, here we go. Okay, Netflix put out a banger. I'm just going to start it off with that. There is a new limited series on Netflix right now. Came out a couple nights ago. It was something I was looking forward to, and then I forgot about it. And then when it dropped, I was like, oh, let me start the first episode. And the show that I'm talking about is called His and Hers. It's starring Tessa Thompson and Jon Bernthal. And there's some other actors in there that are pretty familiar that you'll see, but I failed to remember their names. I'm really bad with names. But it's so good. Go see this. If you saw my thumbnail where it says it's a good whodunit, this is how you do a good whodunit. Like, a lot of times these shows or these detective shows, they're sometimes like a slow burn and sometimes there's not a payoff. This one doesn't overstay its welcome. It's only 6 episodes. They're only about 40 minutes to about 50 minutes long. And you could really binge this in like 4.5, 5 hours. I'm telling you, go watch this because it's going to get you hooked just like it did me. I am a sucker. Like whodunit, mystery, detective, stuff is like my guilty pleasure. If you've been a subscriber to the channel, you know that. That's why, Scream is one of my all-time favorite movies. Probably is my favorite movie. But, this one isn't like, I wouldn't say it like goes into like that type of whodunit. It's definitely a little bit more grounded with like the detective work on it and everything. There are some far-fetched things and stuff, for cinematic reasons and everything. But the characters in this, Jon Bernthal is one of my favorite actors. He has just everything that he's in. It's like, I got to check that out. He is getting a little typecast with all these cop roles and everything, but I've been a fan of his all the way from him being in the first 2 seasons of Walking Dead as Shane, and then going on to Wolf of Wall Street alongside Leonardo DiCaprio. I thought that was he's killed it in The Accountant with Ben Affleck as his brother, The Punisher, and then I've seen him do a couple of cop shows and stuff like that. This one I think is going to be a big hit. From what I'm seeing so far, a lot of people seem to be really positive about this one, and I can see why. This is one of those shows that like as soon as the first episode was over, I had to watch the second one. And I was like, oh, I have to watch the third one. There was like hardly any downtime. A lot of times you get these shows and there's, at least in the season, there's like 2 or 3 episodes that are kind of filler episodes, You don't feel like that in this one at all. You feel like this one just keeps building onto the story and building onto the story, and the way it just gives you a little bit of backstory of our main characters of like Jon Bernthal and Tessa Thompson, and along with some others. It's really cool how the story is orchestrated, how the writing is in this. There's one scene, and I believe it was episode 4, between Jon Bernthal and Tessa Thompson. They were going back and forth, and I was like, man, that almost, I think I brought a tear to my eye, and I thought the dialogue and the writing was just spot on right there. I thought it was great. Every time you think you know something, it turns it on its head. And
get to the damn fucking part.
Pretty much what this is about, the synopsis, is that there is a girl that is stabbed to death on the hood of this car in the middle of the woods, right off of like a dirt road, but it's like a pull off into the woods. And they're trying to figure out what happened. You got Jon Bernthal, he's the lead detective on this. You got Tessa Thompson, she's a reporter that just came back to her hometown. This was her hometown. I don't want to give away too much of it because it kind of reveals certain character plot points and everything and their backstory along the way. And that's how it was kind of like developing the characters from like, oh, you didn't know this person was connected to that person. Oh, you didn't know that that person was connected to this person. And you didn't know that they had that type of history. And then it goes into, you know, a couple of other deaths along the way, you know, and I was like, oh, so this is turning into like a serial killer show, and that's what it does. But just the way this show is orchestrated, it's so well done. It's so like it keeps your interest, you know, like it doesn't waste your time at all. It just gets to the point and it doesn't stop. It just puts its foot to the gas and it doesn't let up until even to the last second of the show, because this is one of those things that is like a twist on top of a twist on top of a twist. Every time you turn around, there's a different twist onto it, and I love that. It just keeps you it keeps you hooked. This is the type of show that I can get my hands around because, you know, it takes a lot for me to be connected to a show. I mean, if I'm more of a movie guy. I like my conclusion in 2 hours, but this one felt like one long movie. And I think that's why I'm more of a fan of like limited series and stuff like that. The latest one before this that I can say that really just like blew my mind was Mayor of Easttown with Kate Winslet over on HBO Max. If you haven't seen that, if you dig this, you're going to dig that. If you dig that, you're going to dig this. That one is a little bit more serious. They're both serious, but that one's a little bit more, I would say, more gritty. That's the word. This one's a little bit more cinematic. This one's kind of like, because there are moments that's kind of like, oh, okay, this is definitely, you know, you can feel the fun factor in it a little bit when it comes to the suspense. And then really on the last 2 episodes, especially that last episode, it gets, well, I would say more on the episode before the last, kind of gets to like an area of like, oh, now there was a moment, if I had to say any cons against this, there's a moment that I was like, that's a little cheese, that's a little bit too much, you know, that's a little too on the nose. I wish we could still keep that same like seriousness. But when it came to like one of the reveals, I was kind of like, I think it was just more of that character and the way they were portraying their, you know, like whenever the reveal is and they're acting psycho and stuff, and they don't come off menacing, they come off just kind of, you know, like crazy cheesy. You know what I mean? So there's a little bit of like an imbalance in that right there. But then there's another twist and another twist. And then all the way to the end, I was like, what actually happens by the end? I was like, that crossed my mind. That crossed my mind a long time ago. And I was like, no, they're not going to go that route or whatever. But they do. And I love stuff like that. If you're also, so I don't want to give you anything else away. It's an easy watch. It's only 6 episodes. You can watch it in one evening, that like I did. And it's just, it's very good. It's a good payoff. It feels like you're completely fulfilled by the end of it. So yeah, if you do like this, another one that I really enjoyed that didn't get a lot of praise was Harper's Island. If you ever seen that movie or that limited series, that's a really good whodunit. Doesn't get enough credit. That's got twists on top of a twist and all the way to the ending. And it's like a limited series. It's only like 7 or 8 episodes or something like that. And then it's done. So those are like more my style when it comes to stuff like this. I like to have a conclusion. I don't like just a bunch of filler episodes because I lose interest. And if I'm behind on a bunch of episodes, I lose. I'm already overwhelmed and I just don't even hit play and I don't even give it a chance. So yeah, this one I'm so glad I caught it as soon as it landed, and I loved it. Go check it out. I'm not going to give you away anything else. I would say this right here is about an 8.5 out of a 10. That's how good this show is. Despite some little flaws in characters and some reveals that they're acting, I don't know if it was like intentional or if it was just, you know, kind of played up and they didn't realize what type of show they were in, you know. I just wish it kept that same kind of seriousness, you know. But oh yeah, and just a little fun fact, I have been on the set of Lioness Season 3, doing a scene today. So yeah, more on that later. So yeah, if you want to know more about my backstories and get more personal with me, become a member and be a part of our live stream. So that's what we do here. So yeah, please hit that subscribe button and let's get to know each other. Yeah, other than that, fantastic. I would watch this again, honestly, and I probably will. So Have you seen His and Hers? What did you think about it if you have? And if you have not, do yourself a favor and watch that this weekend. Watch it right now and come back and let me know what you think below.
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
And also, subscribe to Destination Station. Be a part of the conversation. I love talking about movies. That's what we're mainly about over here. But whenever there's a banger on TV or on these streaming services, I have to talk about it. And this is one I had to bring to y'all's attention if it wasn't already there. So, I love your faces. Subscribe, like this video, smash that like button, and I'll see you guys when I see you guys. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back.